This is a real problem on this tractor because the clutch pedal will hold against the torque amplifier lever. So I gotta fix that. It's not as loose as most, but it's no good. I gotta fix it. I got this eccentric off for the brake. A lot of work, but I got the pedal off. My shaft is worn badly. That's my biggest part of my problem, I think. The shaft is worn way more than the pedal is, so I better fix the shaft. Yeah, I actually gotta pull my tire off to get this out. Got the shaft out and you can see why my clutch pedal was so loose, so let's get her fixed. Okay, my dad built this shaft up with 110/18. It's got the tensile strength and about the hardness of a grade 8 bolt, so I'll machine this off and it should be good. I machined the center in the end and I'll show you possibly why in a minute. We'll see how if this is warped, I may have to straighten it. The idea I do is slow that thing down and see how crooked it is. Actually, it's not out that much. If I just put the center in if I just run the tail stock, it should be okay. The actual cutting tool right here, they call these a CNMG insert. They're an 80-degree diamond. And most of your cutting's done at the ends, on the long ends. However, on welds, I like to use the 100-degree side. This is for the long ends. I'll switch to the 100-degree side. That way it's stronger, and for the weld, because weld is interrupted cuts and it's hard to cut. Okay, well, we might as well use the whole insert rather than just the ends. The hair under inch and an eighth, about 1.122. Just figure out how much this is actually out before I finish it. I got a 30-sound deflection in the shaft, which is way too much for this. Can't machine it properly, so I gotta fix that. This'll straighten out the shaft. Bearings and do it again. Try this again. Okay, now I got this machined off here. This got a little rough from me tried to press it straight, but I think it'll work. Still a fair bit of movement there. So I'm gonna have to fix this other end too. I did this off camera, but what I did is I used an 1/8" bit to get this centered as best as I can. Now I'm gonna put the boring head in and turn it out. Gotta take about a 35 cell cut all the way around. I'm gonna cut another one. I'm feeding slow because I only got a single point cutting tool, so through another cut. I'll take 50 cell more. I'm at 1.170 about 1.171. So if I take out another 50 cell, it should be where I want to be. Get this to where I want it, right there. Then I'll tighten this up and I'll machine it. One more cut just to make the bushing a little bit thicker. Should be thicker than what I made it. Okay, now I'll machine the outside a bit and bushing to fit. This must be 1276, I'm at 1.286, so I gotta really watch that. Got greedy on my first cut. Got 5 now and see where we're at. Yeah, 1.27. In washing, that should work good. There you go. 1132, and I'll tap it for 1/8 pipe thread. Now I gotta put my rod in, which would be tight but it'll go, I think. Just be a little persuasion, that's all. I got the clutch shaft in now, so I'll put my wheel back on. Safety first. Washer in, I forgot about this washer. Do the same on the other side. Okay, I put a brand new boot over the brake. It didn't have one, so I'm gonna put the rubber boots on. It just keeps the dust and stuff out of them. It's better. Got this brake done. I got the clutch hooked up. I got the torque amplifier hooked up. Not that it works, but at least it's hooked up. Anyway, that part's good. I just gotta put brake springs on, and I need a spring for my clutch pedal that was missing. But it had no free travel, and I set about 3/4 of an inch of free travel, so it's a lot better. Well, there's no loose clutch pedal now. No danger in catching the torque amplifier. That's all fixed. Well, God bless you. I'll catch you at the next video. Please like and subscribe.